Woof woof! Hello everybody, Shuffle Woof here with a new album review. Today we will be discussing the new Bliss album, Champion.
Take it away.
Bliss is a New York-based artist who generally dabbles in hyperpop and rock. We see these blends take form on his 2023 debut album, Myrtle Broadway and The Big Bang Theory, the only project of his I have not reviewed in some capacity. It is very good even if Bliss has become a more skilled producer since. He explored his indie sleaze pop leanings on Dance Cunt Emotional, a project I loved so much it became my EP of the year for 2024. He also released the wild You Are All Fucking Losers and also I'm Better Than You EP earlier this year, where he explores his heavy metal leanings. Shortly after, he also saw fit to release a compilation mixtape, Songs, a project that certainly proved he has bangers in the vault. Champion is Bliss's official sophomore album, and one that I have been very excited for given how amazing its lead singles were. One of these singles, Nobody Knows, serves as the explosive opener for this project, Bliss very quickly hitting us with bombastic Europop drums and synths that feel like they could come right out of a nightcore song. The rock and electronic elements throughout the production are incorporated tastefully. I like the light chiptune feel of the bridge. In spite of this being a sugary rager, Bliss is coming right out the gate with self-deprecating lyrics that immediately contrast the album's title, discussing how his anxiety rubs off on his loved ones. Bliss being too hard on himself and struggling with anxiety serve as the core themes of this album. Cool, continuing it with its lyrics about comparing himself to his peers. This track is a more teenager-y pop rock moment, even if it also incorporates some electronic elements. I adore how dark the chorus feels, compared to the brighter verses, as well as the whole bridge, fronted by none other than Saoirse Dream. This one is potent and has a nice build. After this comes the hyperpop banger that is, Work It Out, probably my favorite track on the whole record. It is written like a piece of 2010's indie sleaze pop, and it has all the character-filled electronic inflections you could want. The mix plays with space in some fun ways, the production only getting more dynamic and sonically interesting as it goes on. Thematically, this is a cuter one where Bliss discusses wanting to explore an open relationship with his partner while still being sensitive and devoted. Lovely. The next track, Let Me Go, is a pop-punk cut with raging guitars and lyrics that are even more self-deprecating than before, Bliss insisting that he is a lost cause and that his loved one should stop rooting for him. While I do love the potent emotion fueling this one, I cannot help but hear the chorus to Taylor Swift's I Knew You Were Trouble when I listen to a good portion of this song's hook. I am also on the fence about the abrupt cuts between the different sections on this track. I would have preferred if the ideas built on each other a bit more as we transition from metal to Eurodance to pop-punk, even if I appreciate the out-of-the-box approach. Rockstar is a comparatively less experimental moment, it being a straight-up pop-punk track with added electronic influence and a nice synthcore breakdown on the back end. Here we get one of the few moments Bliss fights against his anxiety on this album, singing about speaking his mind in spite of his insecurity. I will admit that the chorus to this one does not stand out for me as much as the choruses on other songs, especially when it comes to the monotone hook I think deserved a bit more energy, but I certainly enjoy it while it is on. My Anxiety is Debilitating plays with similarly monotone melodies, but I think it works much better given Bliss's vocal energy and the surrounding instrumental, which go crazy. Here, Bliss hits us with hyper-electronics, aggressive synths and drums, and a wonderful EDM and dubstep moment on the bridge. Lyrically, Bliss goes back to singing about his personal struggles, this time discussing social anxiety. House on a Hill takes things a bit deeper, serving as the most intimate track, with Bliss lamenting his own dreams of being a better and more accomplished person. Some of the most touching lyrics on the album show up here. I get especially emotional when Bliss writes, I wanna tell my parents about my life before the day we die. I wanna see them smile while I'm up on stage feeling alive. I wanna fight to earn their pride. Maybe what I mean is mine. Woof, that hits. Music feature supports these themes very well, and it is all tied together as a beautifully tender acoustic pop ballad. What a heart-wrencher! Don't Touch Anything serves as another major highlight for me, where Bliss impressively incorporates the neon cat theme into the instrumental in a tasteful way, so transformative. The insane energy really begins when the electric guitars kick in, and it only gets richer with the synth-based tones Bliss adds. This is a dynamic one, too. I love how the energy is played with, especially when it comes to the toned-down second verse in the middle of all the madness. Bliss is going off lyrically, discussing a fear of the future, aging, death, and the feelings of dissociation and depression that come with those fears. What a masterful banger! Near-death experience continues the fear of death sentiments over an EDM and rock instrumental. I love the nice guitar moments we get from start to end here. I appreciate the dramatic progression Bliss goes for with this track, but I also feel like the monotone vocal melodies do hold it back at its most climactic moments, even if I can appreciate the dissociative angle he may have been going for. We do end on an undeniable high when it comes to All or Nothing, though, Bliss coming to the conclusion that he needs to fight past his depression and live in spite of death. These powerful feelings take shape with an old instrumental, Bliss hitting us with a mix of hard dance and rock, as well as a great amount of sass in the vocals. I can also feel more of Bliss's indie sleaze inclinations on the bridge here. What an absolute rager! Overall, I was so impressed with this album. There was very little I disliked about it. Every single song speaks to Bliss's talents as a producer and a lyricist, whether he is giving us a tender ballad or an intense headbanger. Bliss continues to impress me as his work evolves, and I am happy to say this is my favorite LP he has released so far. If you want an emotional roller coaster of an album that does not hold back when it comes to abrasive bops, do not let this one slip by you. Ken of Bliss, you shuffled my woofs. Woof woof. Also, oh my woof, that is one big dog.
Not prepared, I need something to drink.